Jerry Jones was talking about the Cowboys. I think this is very bad. I don't have the bandwidth. I don't know what to say. I'm not going to do it tonight, y'all. I don't know if the dude is like Tom Brady in waiting or just an overhyped quarterback with physical tools, and we've seen those guys come and go. Okay, let's get it. Bitch, let's get it. What's happening, y'all? It's your boy Ray G. This is Hot Takes and Trending Topics. We are back. This was something that I started a couple of months ago, and then life happened and wanted to rearrange the studio, and I had to just take a break. But I'm excited to be back. As you heard in the intro, I was trying to get ready for this. This is like, honestly, the 15th, 16th intro I've done for this show. But I'm just kind of excited to be back in the building and having a conversation with y'all. And the theme and the kind of concept behind this entire thing was there are so many just different things that happen in the sports world throughout the damn day, especially in football. Like, the drama is always there. For NFL, college football, Deion Sanders in the news right now. But just to talk about what the hell is going on, what are some of the topical things happening in the football world and how the sports world in general, you know, like, I love all sports, literally. I'm watching baseball, basketball. Everybody was watching women's college basketball, primarily, you know, focusing on football. But if there are big topical things happening in other sports, shit, to just sit back and have a conversation in the evening, like, you know, not some deep dive strategy or anything like that. Just what the hell is going on in the world of sports in this game that we love, football. So this is going to come out in the evening time. So if you got young kiddos, earmuffs, because I'm saying whatever. We're just going to have a damn good time. It's exciting right now because NFL draft, a couple days away. Everybody's excited about that. Everybody is pumped. The draft is finally here. We can rest and put to bed who's going to what spot, which quarterback getting traded up for and or moved down for, all of that shit. We'll be done with that. We'll have it. We can move forward. Fantasy football will move forward. We can start thinking about our teams. But it is interesting because everybody loves everybody in this class, you know? You look, Mel Kiper dropped his top 150, and I'll just highlight some names, you know. You start right at the top with all the receivers, Marvin Harrison, Rome Odunze, Malik Neighbors. Like, just those three in general. Like, those are the big three. They're in everybody's top five. These are the three of the five best players in this damn draft. But, you know, for those of us who do play fantasy football and participate in that and shit, just even fans of the game, like, yes, it would be awesome to get one of them historic 2014, you know, NFL draft classes at the wide receiver position. But the likelihood that all these guys are going to end up being and producing, and, you know, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, and that's just those three, right? Everybody out there, we got other fan favorites, Troy Franklin, Keon Coleman, Ladd McConkey, Roman Wilson, you name the player, Malachi Corley, you can go down the list, Malik Washington, Jamari Thrash, Brendan Rice, Luke McCaffrey. Like, there's so many talented wide receivers in this class that just the numbers, right? The numbers, all these guys, all these players can't be the next Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the more you kind of look at these landing spots, some of these NFL teams, like, some of these cats, as much as we like them, they're going to hit some spots where they're just, it's a numbers game, right? It's a numbers game. I don't care. Outside of Marvin Harrison Jr. maybe, or Malik, which these aren't even realistic things that are going to happen. Like, one of these receivers lands in Philadelphia, who's catching the ball? They just gave Smitty a deal. A.J. Brown, I know there's some rumors and speculation, but until he's traded, he's an Eagle. And as long as he's an Eagle, ain't no rookie, I don't care who it is, coming in there and taking anything away from A.J. Brown. So some of these guys are going to land in these spots where they're already a duo of proven veterans. And I'm not saying it's a big deal to have to wait or anything like that, but just let's temper our expectations going into this thing, because if you think Malik Neighbors is dope now, or you think Ladd McConkey's a phenomenal player today, don't give up on him because he lands in a crowded situation, but manage the expectations. Understand that Ladd may not get them 150 targets if he's in Tampa Bay with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. So it's not fade and freak out, and I don't ever want any of these guys, but which ones are really going to be the true difference makers? I think those three, Malik, Marv, Rome Odunze, for the most part, that's everybody's top three, pretty solidified, and most people it's Marv, Malik, then Odunze, but I know some that have Malik as one or Rome Odunze as one. Either way, that's your big three when it comes to the receiver position, but a lot of smoke right now out there about Brian Thomas Jr. There's a lot of smoke. I think there's reports today. Adnan Mitchell, I'm seeing Adnan Mitchell is going to go higher than people expect. And I'm sitting back thinking, no shit. I mean, he's 6'3", 210 pounds, and he runs a 4.3. Sure, some people have pointed out some laziness in routes. Okay. I bet if we watched every rep of every player, you could find some cats taking plays off. I'm not excusing it away for Adnan Mitchell, but ultimately, if you think that shit's going to stop an NFL team from taking a chance on a kid who's clearly very talented, like, come on, man. No. Like, he'll get drafted high. Brian Thomas will get drafted high. I mean, they're big. You're big and you're fast. In an NFL game today where you can't hit anybody, you can't tackle them from behind, can't hit them up high, can't hit them too late, can't hit them too early. Shit, what a beautiful time to play wide receiver. I play cornerback, and I'd hate to be trying to do to stop these cats now. So yes, Adnan Mitchell should go high. Brian Thomas should go high in the draft. But damn, now we're up to 5. You got Xavier Worthy. Haven't even mentioned his name. I saw PFF today put out a top 10 receivers, and X Worthy wasn't even on the list. It's a deep class. Class is fucking dope. Receivers are awesome. And you're going to get some cats that land in spots that are awesome team fits, right? If you're a fan of the Green Bay Packers or the San Francisco 49ers and they draft, I don't know, Jalen Polk or Brendan Rice or Luke McCaffrey, like, you're going to be excited that they have these good players. And those players may very well do things to help that team win. But when you're talking about scoring fantasy points, right? When you're talking about scoring fantasy points, got to temper those expectations a little bit with these young cats. Now, for me, out of this draft class, the most intriguing position, no doubt about it, and all the intrigue can be over and gone within the first fucking 30 minutes of the draft, but it's quarterback. I am very, very interested to see just where J.J. McCarthy ends up going. Very interested to see where he goes. And that does not mean I'm anti-J.J. McCarthy. If anybody knows me, and you can check the receipts, man, I've been talking about J.J. McCarthy. I mean, I did Devi. It's Destination Devi. Of course, we've known about J.J. But the interesting thing is, and it's a fun exercise to do, and I'm not poking fun at anybody. I'm not calling anybody. I'm looking at myself, too. You can go look at some of the earlier videos. They're right here. Go look at some of these earlier videos. I'll put them right up top, where you look at pre-2023 NFL season early mock drafts, and there wasn't a mock in the space that had J.J. McCarthy or Jaden Daniels as first-round picks, let alone two players who are sort of being viewed right now as the two guys to be the second overall selection in the draft. It's just wild. Every year this shit happens, y'all. Every single year. And we're sitting back right now. We're sitting back today saying, oh, the 25 class sucks. There's no quarterbacks next year. Didn't nobody think there was any damn quarterbacks this year? Go look. Just pull up your favorite analyst, right? Ray Garvin, way too early 24 mock. Cody Carpentier. I'll shout Cody out. That's my dog. Go look up a PFF Draft Network because we don't know. We don't know. And to see the rise that both Jaden Daniels and Daniels, you saw it coming throughout the season now. You know, I remember some people that asked me on Twitter, on X, like I was talking about Jaden Daniels, and they're like, do you think he's really? And I remember the first time, shout out to my dog Damian Parsons, shout out to DP. He was the first cat that I saw put Jaden Daniels in the first round in a mock. And I think it was to Atlanta at like pick. It was late. I think it was like pick 24. Maybe Atlanta had started off hot, like pick 24. But he had JD to Atlanta, and he was the first person that, after I had been talking about him, and then you just saw it, right? He goes on to win the Heisman. You just see how dynamic he is, and he was. And you knew he was going to be a first-rounder. But even after J.J. McCarthy won the Natty, right? He had won the national championship. Jim Harbaugh called him the greatest college football player, quarterback of all time. Coming out of January, I believe the Natty was what, early January, January 5th, something like that. Coming out of the Natty, didn't nobody have him as no damn top 10 pick, no top 15 pick, top 5 pick, top 2 pick. No, I remember people saying he might be a nice late round quarterback. Maybe a team would trade back up into the first, maybe an early second round pick. And I think there are some that still have like a second round grade on him, but for all intents and purposes, he's going top 10 at worst. But I'm curious to see where he goes. And of all the quarterbacks in this class, if you told me in 2 years Jaden Daniels busted or got hurt, it wouldn't like shock me. It wouldn't totally shock me. If you told me that Caleb Williams is a superstar, I'd be like, we saw it coming. Drake May, really, really good. We saw it coming. Drake May, bust. Fuck, North Carolina quarterbacks. That's what people will say. McCarthy is one I really don't know. Like, I have no idea. I don't know if the dude is like Tom Brady in waiting or just an overhyped quarterback with physical tools, and we've seen those guys come and go. I am very, very intrigued and interested in McCarthy's story arc because it just seems like once the floodgates opened up, once it was okay, and I give Brett Whitfield from Fantasy Points a lot of credit because he was the first person that I saw really stand on that McCarthy shit like, hey, you know, like, I think he's better than this guy. Like, I'm gonna give him mad props because he took a lot of shit. I think he put out like an article or something, a mock, and he had McCarthy over all the quarterbacks. I think one. But I don't know if he felt it because he was in the fire, right? As he did that, and people were like, "You're out of your damn mind." But what I saw as an outsider, somebody who didn't feel that way, what I saw was more people began to feel comfortable saying, hell yeah, McCarthy is, I got him higher than May, or I got him higher than Daniels, or hell, I got him higher than Caleb Williams. The intangibles are there. So shout out to that. But I have not seen this type of, it was just like you saw it coming. Like it just, boom, all right, late first. Then he's moving up into the teens, and then it was comfortable to put him at 10. I have no clue what to expect. If we look up in a couple of years and you're like, yeah, man, he was awful, or he was an average, mediocre Kenny Pickett level quarterback that's got a little more juice, I probably saw that coming. If you said, man, he's a Super Saiyan version of Brock Purdy, I'd probably be like, hell yeah, I could have seen that too. So he's an interesting one that I am very curious to see how he does in the NFL, and then how good or successful he is for fantasy. Because there's a world, man, where he's a good NFL quarterback, right? Like, he gets shit done for the squad, but may not be the type of cat that you want, you know, trying to win you a fantasy championship with J.J. McCarthy. And I'm not saying that is what he's going to be. I'm very interested in that career arc. I have no clue. We're going to find out real soon. But the draft is what everyone is talking about right now. It's the draft. It's Underdog Fantasy. It's Best Ball Mania 5. Y'all know Underdog sponsors and powers the show. So get on over there. Use that promo code ALLGAS. You'll get a deposit match up to $100 if you are new. And you get to participate in BBM 5. And that's something that I'm just letting y'all know right now as we get ready to wrap up the shit that's happened in the sports world today. I think nothing. Pelissaro put out some surprise names to go in the first round. Let me read this off real quick. Let's see what Pelissaro said. Junior Colson, which is interesting because I think somebody mocked him to Dallas the other day at pick 24. Xavier Leggette getting a lot of steam moving up Leggette. So a sneaky guy that can go in the first round. I like Leggette. I know people shit on him because he was older or his breakout age was late. I'm not disputing any of the numbers and the data, but I also understand that football is not just like a progressive linear stair step up. Like, everybody's got a unique path to getting on the field. Some much easier than others, and you just never know. So I like Xavier Leggette. I say all of that to say Best Ball Mania 5 is going to be fucking dope. Like, I'm excited about it. My man Scott Connor, y'all know Scott. He is all in. He'll be max entering that tournament. I wrapped up the big board while I was in Hawaii. Wrapped up the big board. And I'm trying to go ahead and max enter this war room, get a little more practice in. But it's going to be fun. We're going to take down that shit. If you've never played, it's fantasy football. But you don't have to worry about putting people in your lineup, start sit, none of that. You just draft a team and you get a chance to win hella money. $1 million is the grand prize, but there are cash prizes as you advance. So we're going to have a lot of fun doing that. So ain't really nothing else popping today. I saw Caitlin Clark got a bag. Good for Caitlin Clark. Good for Caitlin Clark. 28 mil. Man. Damn. See, you see stuff like that, and because she was getting, well, they were weren't they all on the WNBA association for the pay that came out? She's making like $70-something million. 76,000, excuse me, not million. $76,000. And I'm not, hey, that's good money, but hey, I'm Caitlin Clark here, right? Like, let's just keep, I ain't shitting on nobody to make $70K, but that's Caitlin Clark, you know what I'm saying? So 18.9 million people watched that game. In the NCAA title game, 2.45 million watched the draft. A women's basketball, that's insane. So ain't no doubt about it, she deserved that bag. 8 years, 28 mil from Nike. Signature shoe, she got 16/4 from Under Armour, 6/4 from Adidas. Fuck out of here, Adidas. Both including signature shoe, according to Wall Street Journal. Shit, Nike came in and said, hold this. 8 for 28. Good for Caitlin Clark. Good for Caitlin Clark. But yeah, that's going to wrap it tonight. Jerry Jones was talking about the Cowboys. I'm not going to do it tonight, y'all. I don't have the bandwidth tonight to talk about this extension with Dak, with CD, with Micah. Y'all, I don't think it's good. I don't like what they're saying. I don't like what they're saying right now. I don't like what the Cowboys are not doing. I think this is very bad. I admittedly, for those of y'all that are new, I am a lifelong Dallas Cowboys fan. I don't wear that as a badge of honor. I'm just being transparent with y'all while we're talking about this. I'm passionate about Dallas Cowboys, but I'm also a realist. I am not a delusional Cowboys fan. I think we are in trouble, personally. And I know some Cowboys fans out there say that I'm overreacting, I'm panicking, but they've done nothing this offseason besides lose people. They were already thin in the middle, both in the interior and in the linebacking core. Safeties are fine. You got to make sure Diggs is back healthy, but losing Smith, Tyron on the left, center Biotish is gone. You know, another year on Zach Martin, not having a running back. I don't want to hear. I like Rico Dowdle, but you need somebody else, right? Royce Freeman doesn't do it for me. I am worried. It feels like that damn window for Dallas was, you know, I could think of multiple windows. We can go back to Romo windows. I mean, the Dez Green Bay game, the game that's still the Jared Cook sideline, like 4th and whatever, 26. You know, not being able to get through San Francisco. I don't know. I don't feel confident that they're going to get anything done with Dak. They're already doing this bullshit that Mike is a distraction, that Mike is a problem, or whatever the case may be. CD getting mad. I don't know. Feels like the window was a little ways back for the Dallas Cowboys. But again, another topic, another story for another day. NFL Draft is on tap. Make sure you tapped into DD. Got a lot of dope stuff coming for the draft. The stream is going to be awesome. The guests are going to be dope. The conversation is going to be awesome. The prizes are going to be there. We're back. Hot takes and trending topics. Just recapping what the fuck's going on in the sports world today. I'll be back. Appreciate y'all. I'm out. Peace. I think this is very bad.